The transport doors opened with a sharp hiss, and the sound echoed across the wide training yard. New cadets stepped out in uneven lines, some tall, some armored, some covered in scales or metal plates. Among them walked a human named Alex Carter. He carried a single bag and kept his eyes forward. He looked small compared to most of the others, and that made him stand out. The academy was built on a barren moon, all stone floors and cold steel walls. Gravity was set higher than standard to test endurance. Many cadets struggled as soon as their boots touched the ground. Alex felt the weight press into his bones, but he did not slow down. His jaw tightened, and he kept walking. A loud voice rolled across the yard. An instructor called for silence and ordered everyone into formation. As the lines formed, laughter broke out from the center row. The sound came from Carnvex, a large cadet with thick armor plates grown into his skin. He was known even before training began, strong, cruel, untouched by fear. Karn's eyes locked onto the human. He stepped forward, his shadow falling over Alex. The difference in size was clear. Karn smiled, showing sharp teeth. He spoke loudly so everyone could hear. A human. This place keeps lowering its standards. Some cadets laughed, others looked away. Alex did not answer. He kept his hands at his sides and stared straight ahead. That only amused Karn more. The instructor announced the first assessment. No speeches, no safety briefing, a live combat test. Cadets were to enter the arena in pairs. The goal was simple. Force your opponent to yield. Names appeared on a large screen. Carnvex, Alex Carter. The yard went quiet. The instructor paused for half a second, then nodded. The match stood. The arena door slid open. Stone dust filled the air. Alex stepped inside first. The ground felt rough under his boots. Karn followed, cracking his neck as he walked. A signal sounded. Karn moved fast. Faster than Alex expected. A heavy fist slammed into Alex's chest and sent him flying backward. He hit the ground hard. The impact knocked the air from his lungs. Pain flashed through his ribs. Somewhere above, someone shouted for the match to end. Alex rolled onto his side and coughed. His vision blurred, then cleared. He pushed his hands into the ground and forced himself up. Karn froze. The bully tilted his head, confused. That hit should have ended it. Alex stood. His legs shook, but they held. He wiped blood from his mouth with the back of his hand and raised his guard the way he had been taught back home. Simple and tight. Karn growled and charged again. The second strike hit Alex's shoulder. Bone screamed. Alex stumbled, but he stayed on his feet. He stepped inside Karn's reach and drove his elbow forward. It was not clean. It was not elegant. It hurt. Karn roared more in anger than pain and struck again. Alex fell, and then he moved again. Each time Karn knocked him down, Alex got back up, slower, bloodier, still standing. The arena sensors began flashing warnings. Vital signs were off the scale, pain limits passed, recovery time impossible. The instructor raised a hand, ready to stop the fight. Alex lifted his head and met Karn's eyes. Karn stepped back. For the first time, the bully felt something cold twist in his gut. This human was not strong. Not fast, not impressive, he just would not stay down. The instructor ended the match. Silence filled the arena as medical teams rushed in. Alex sat on the ground, breathing hard, but alive. Karn stared at him, his smile gone. Around them, the academy watched. And somewhere deep in its systems, the word anomaly appeared next to the human's name. Alex lay on a hard medical table while bright lights scanned his body. Machines hummed and clicked around him. His chest ached with every breath, but the pain was dull now, pushed aside by focus and habit. He stared at the ceiling and waited. Doctors moved fast. They spoke in low voices and checked screens again and again. Bones showed cracks that should have ended the fight. Muscles were torn. Stress marks ran through his frame like spider lines. One of the doctors shook her head. "You should not be awake." Alex turned his head slightly. "I am awake," he said. His voice was calm. It surprised them more than his injuries. Across the room, Carnvex stood with his arms crossed. Medics had barely touched him. A small bruise darkened one plate of his armor skin. He did not look at the doctors. He watched Alex. The instructor entered the room. Her eyes moved from Alex to the screens and then to Karn. Her face stayed still, but her jaw tightened. "You went too far," she said. Karn lifted his chin. The human did not yield. The instructor turned back to Alex. "Why did you not surrender?" Alex thought for a moment. Then he spoke, "Because the fight was not over." The answer hung in the air. The instructor said nothing more and walked out. Orders followed quickly. Alex was moved to recovery. Karn was dismissed without comment. News of the match spread fast. In the dorm halls, cadets whispered. Some laughed in disbelief, others stayed quiet. A human had taken a beating from Karnvex and kept standing. That did not fit the stories they knew. Alex sat on his bunk later that night, his body hurt everywhere. He cleaned dried blood from his hands with slow care. Across the room, his assigned bunkmate Ben Holloway watched him. "You are either brave or stupid," Ben said. Alex shrugged. "Maybe both." Ben studied him for a long moment. "You did not fight like someone trying to win. You fought like someone trying to last." Alex did not deny it. The next morning, training resumed. No one mentioned the fight out loud, but eyes followed Alex everywhere. Some cadets moved away from him. Others looked curious. Karn walked past him once in the corridor. He did not speak. His gaze lingered, sharp and angry. During strength drills, Alex fell behind. His injured ribs slowed him. Karn noticed. A thin smile returned to his face. During balance training, a platform shifted without warning. Alex nearly fell into the lower pit. He caught the edge at the last second. The control panel showed a manual override had been used. No one asked who did it. Ben clenched his fists. "He knows he cannot beat you clean." Alex pulled himself up and stood. "Let him try." That afternoon, instructors reviewed the combat data. Pain limits, muscle failure, neural shock tolerance. The numbers did not match known standards. A senior analyst paused the playback of Alex standing after the first strike. "Humans evolved wrong," she said quietly. Elsewhere, Karn sat alone in a training bay. He replayed the fight in his mind. The human falling. The human standing, again and again, his fists tightened. Strength had always been enough before. Fear had always ended fights. This time it had not. That night, Karn made a choice. If pain did not stop the human, then pressure would. Isolation, exhaustion, accidents. Alex lay in his bunk later, staring at the dark ceiling. His body was tired, but his mind stayed alert. He knew the look in Karn's eyes. He had seen it before on other worlds, in other places. This was not over. The academy lights dimmed. Somewhere above, training schedules updated, risk levels adjusted. And next to Alex Carter's name, a quiet note was added. Monitor closely. The academy day began before the lights rose. A sharp tone echoed through the dorms, forcing all cadets out of sleep. Alex pushed himself up from his bunk slowly. His ribs still hurt, but the pain no longer surprised him. He dressed in silence and followed the others into the hall. Karnvex was already awake. He stood with a small group near the exit, his posture relaxed, his eyes alert. When Alex passed by, Karn said nothing. His tail flicked once, slow and controlled. The morning drill was endurance marching under heavy gravity. Packs were loaded beyond comfort. The ground sloped upward, rough and uneven. Cadets began to slow within minutes. Some stumbled. A few collapsed and were dragged aside by drones. Alex focused on each step, breathe, step, balance. His pack pulled at his shoulders, pressing down on his spine. Sweat ran into his eyes. He did not stop. Karn noticed. Halfway through the march, a command rang out, speed increase. The pace doubled. Complaints rose and died as instructors watched without reaction. Alex's vision narrowed, his legs burned. Still, he moved forward. A sharp shove struck his back. He stumbled and caught himself just in time. He turned and saw Karn behind him, eyes calm, mouth slightly open in a false smile. "Watch your footing, human." Alex said nothing and kept walking. During weapons training, partners were assigned at random. Alex stood waiting. No one stepped forward. Karn's group filled the slots around him, blocking paths, shifting lists. The instructor did not interfere. Finally, Alex was paired with a training drone set to high impact. The first strike knocked him off balance. The second drove him to the ground. The drone did not pause. It followed program rules, not mercy. Alex rolled, took the hit, and grabbed the drone's limb. Metal bit into his palms. He pulled, twisted, and used his weight to drag it down. Sparks flashed as the drone shut down. Some cadets stared. Karn turned away. Later in the mess hall, seats filled quickly. When Alex reached for a tray, someone bumped his arm. Food spilled across the floor. Laughter followed. Alex cleaned the mess himself and ate standing near the wall. Then Holloway joined him without a word. They ate in silence. "They want you gone," Ben said at last. Alex nodded. "I know." "You're going to do something." Alex swallowed and wiped his mouth. "I'm doing something." That afternoon brought tactical simulations. Teams were assigned. Alex's name appeared alone. Solo run, the instructor announced. The course was designed for squads, automated turrets, moving walls, limited cover. The signal sounded. Alex ran. He took hits early. His shoulder numbed. His leg shook. He kept moving. He learned the timing of the turrets and waited for reload cycles. He used corners, shadows, and debris. Progress was slow, but steady. Karn watched from the control deck. He expected failure, panic, a full stop. It did not come. Alex reached the final marker well past the time limit. He collapsed to one knee, gasping for breath. The instructor marked the run incomplete, but the data told a different story. Survival time exceeded squad averages. Damage tolerance remained within combat range. Decision-making stayed stable under pressure. That night, Karn stood in the corridor outside Alex's dorm. He listened to the quiet inside. He imagined the human broken and afraid. Instead, he heard slow breathing, controlled, steady. Karn walked away, his thoughts heavy. Alex lay on his bunk, eyes open. He felt the weight of the day settle into his muscles. He did not feel fear, he felt ready. Somewhere in the Academy records, another note was added. Subject adapts under sustained pressure. Training changed after the third day. The Academy announced a survival drill without warning. Cadets were ordered into suits and moved to the lower testing zone. The area was cold, dark, and sealed. Air levels were reduced to simulate damage conditions. Alex checked his suit seals with care. His hands moved slow and sure. He felt eyes on him. Karnvex stood near the gate, speaking quietly to two cadets who nodded and stepped away. The gate opened, cadets were pushed inside in groups. Alex entered with 5 others. The door slammed shut behind them. A voice echoed through the chamber. Oxygen limited, objective survival. Time unknown. The lights dimmed. Minutes passed, breath fogged visors, the cold crept in. One cadet panicked and wasted air with fast breathing. Another pounded on the wall and had to be restrained. Alex slowed his breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. He found a corner and sat with his back against the wall. His ribs protested. He ignored it. A warning flashed on his visor. Oxygen leak detected. Alex froze. He checked the seal on his shoulder. A small cut ran along the joint, clean, precise, not an accident. He pressed the seal closed with his hand and felt the air escape slow. It would not last. Across the chamber, a cadet collapsed. Drones rushed in and dragged him out through a ceiling hatch. The rest watched in silence. Alex scanned the room. He spotted a maintenance panel near the floor. He moved toward it, each step measured, his vision dimmed at the edges. He forced the panel open and pulled out a strip of insulation material. He pressed it into the cut and sealed it tight. The warning lights stopped flashing. His hands shook. He sat back down and waited. Hours later, the doors opened. Cadets stumbled out, weak and pale. Alex walked out last. His steps were slow, but steady. Karn watched from the platform above. His eyes narrowed. Medical checks followed. A technician paused at Alex's readings and frowned. Oxygen tolerance exceeded expected limits. Heart rate stabilized faster than normal. The technician logged the data and said nothing. That evening, physical combat training resumed. Sparring rings lit up across the hall. Alex was assigned a partner at last. A tall cadet with 4 arms and no patience. The match began. Alex took the first hit to the chest and rolled with it. The second struck his leg. Pain flared. He stayed upright. He did not try to overpower his opponent. He waited for mistakes. When the cadet overreached, Alex stepped in close and locked one arm. He used his weight and balance, not strength. The cadet fell. The match ended. Murmurs spread through the hall. Karn stepped forward. His presence silenced the room. He looked down at Alex. "You are still standing," he said. Alex met his gaze. "Yes." Karn leaned closer. "You will fall." Alex answered without heat. "Maybe. Not today." The instructor ended the session. Karn turned away, his fists clenched. Later that night, Alex sat alone in the quiet gym. He worked through slow movements, stretching damaged muscles, breathing through pain. Ben watched from the doorway. "They are pushing harder," Ben said. Alex nodded. "They will keep pushing. Why are you still here?" Alex paused. He thought of long nights back home, hard jobs, hard lessons. Giving up, never fixing anything. "Because quitting never helped me," he said. Ben said nothing more. From an observation room above, instructors reviewed footage, the suit damage, the recovery, the calm response under threat. One of them spoke at last. "This is not luck." A new note appeared in the system. "Stress response stable under life risk." The arena lights blazed down, casting long shadows. In one corner stood Alex, lean and focused, every muscle coiled like a spring. Across from him loomed Karn, a mountain of a man with a smirk that promised nothing but pain. This wasn't just a fight. It was a test of control, a brutal rite of passage for every cadet. The bell shrieked, and Karn charged. It was like a boulder crashing downhill. He slammed into Alex, sending him skidding across the mat. A gasp rippled through the crowd. Karn was relentless. His fists were like hammers, each blow echoing through the hall. Alex took the hits, his body absorbing the punishment, his mind racing faster than the fists flying at him. He dodged, he weaved, but Karn's reach was immense. A heavy right hook caught Alex on the jaw, and the world tilted. He saw stars, but through the haze he saw something else, an opening. Karn was all power, no finesse. He was a storm, but every storm has an eye. Instead of trying to match force with force, Alex changed his strategy. He became water, flowing around Karn's brute strength. He used Karn's own momentum against him, redirecting his charges, making the giant stumble and lose his footing. The crowd, once certain of Alex's defeat, started to murmur. They saw the shift. This wasn't a beating anymore. It was a chess match. Alex wasn't just surviving. He was analyzing, adapting, and controlling the flow of the fight. With each missed swing, Karn grew more frustrated, his movements becoming wild and predictable. That was the moment Alex had been waiting for. He ducked under a wide, telegraphed punch, pivoted, and swept Karn's legs out from under him. The giant crashed to the mat with a thunderous thud that shook the entire platform. Before Karn could even process what had happened, Alex was on him, not with a flurry of vengeful strikes, but with a precise, unbreakable hold. The pressure was immense. Karn struggled, his muscles straining against the lock, but Alex held firm. It was a perfect display of technique over raw power. The referee moved in, watching closely. Karn's face, red with effort and fury, slowly began to accept the inevitable. He tapped out. The arena erupted. Alex released the hold and stood up, breathing heavily. He hadn't won by being stronger. He had won by being smarter. He offered a hand to Karn, a sign of respect. The true test wasn't about dominance. It was about control, and Alex had mastered it. Thanks for watching. If you love stories about strategy and the triumph of the underdog, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more. See you next time. The Academy did not speak about the fight, but everything changed after it. Training schedules shifted. Observation drones followed Alex more closely. Instructors watched him with new attention. Karn Vex felt it first. Whispers followed him now instead of fear. Cadets no longer moved aside when he passed. Some looked at him with doubt. Others looked at Alex with quiet respect. That morning, squad assignments were posted. Alex's name appeared in a strike unit for the first time. 5 cadets stood with him in the briefing room. Ben Holloway, Kate Morris, Luke Benson. 2 others he barely knew. Karn's name was not there. The mission was a combat simulation using live terrain and hostile machines. The goal was to secure a control node and extract. Kate studied the map. They will expect us to rush. Alex shook his head. We do not rush. The others waited. We move slow, Alex said. Use cover, draw them out, no one argued. The simulation began with alarms and smoke. Turrets activated along the canyon walls. Machines moved in patterns designed to crush careless squads. Alex took point. He signaled stops and shifts with simple hand signs. When fire came, he did not panic. He pulled the squad back, waited for reload gaps, then advanced. They took hits. They kept moving. Karn watched from the control deck. He saw the squad advance without speed or flash. No bold charges, no fear. They reached the node. Extraction alarms sounded. Hostiles surged. Alex stayed behind. Go, he said. Ben hesitated. Together, Alex pushed him toward the exit. Now, the squad escaped as machines closed in. Alex moved through fire and smoke, using broken terrain to block lines of sight. He reached extraction with seconds to spare. The simulation ended. The instructors stood in silence. That night, Karn confronted Alex in the corridor. No crowd, no noise. You changed the others, Karn said. Alex met his gaze. They chose. Karn stepped closer. You make them weak. Alex shook his head. No, I make them last. Karn's hands curled into fists. This place was built for strength. Alex answered calmly. Strength without control breaks. Karn struck. Alex reacted at once. He blocked the blow and stepped inside. The fight was short, fast, silent. Alex twisted Karn's arm and forced him against the wall. Instructors appeared at once. Enough. Both were pulled apart. Discipline reports followed. Karn was removed from active training pending review. Alex received no punishment. That night, Academy leadership met behind closed doors. Footage played across large screens. Combat data scrolled. One voice spoke. The human changes outcomes. Another replied, he forces adaptation. A final decision was logged. Alex Carter would be transferred to advanced evaluation. In his dorm, Alex packed his bag again. Ben stood nearby. Looks like you scared them, Ben said. Alex gave a small shake of his head. No, I just survived long enough for them to notice. Above them, the Academy systems updated. Threat assessment revised. The final combat evaluation at the Zenith Military Academy. This is where legends are made, and today, Cadet Alex is in the hot seat. The instructors watch from the observation deck, their faces grim. The simulation room flickers to life, projecting a holographic desert landscape. Begin level 1, a calm, synthesized voice announces. Immediately, 3 swift combat drones zip towards Alex. He moves with a dancer's grace. His plasma rifle a blur of motion. 1, 2, 3 the drones drop, sparking and fizzling out. Too easy. Level 2, the environment shifts to a dense jungle. 6 more advanced drones emerge from the holographic foliage, firing coordinated laser bursts. Alex dives behind a simulated rock formation, his mind racing. He uses the terrain to his advantage, flanking them, his shots precise and deadly. In the observation deck, a murmur goes through the instructors. His rival, Karn Vex, scoffs from the back. He's just showing off, Karn mutters, his fists clenched. He'll crack. Level 3. The jungle dissolves into a ruined cityscape. The ground trembles as a massive, heavily armored combat unit stomps into view a Titan-class mech. The instructors lean forward. This is the ultimate test, one no cadet has passed on their first try. The Titan unleashes a volley of rockets. Alex is a flash of movement, weaving through explosions. He slides under the mech's legs, firing at a weak point in its knee joint. The giant stumbles. Karn's jaw drops. No way, he whispers. Alex continues his assault, a relentless storm of plasma fire, targeting every joint and sensor he can find. He's not just fighting, he's dissecting the machine. With a final, perfectly placed shot to the main power core, the Titan collapses in a shower of digital sparks. Silence fills the room. The lead instructor smiles faintly. Score, he says, his voice filled with awe. A new Academy record. Alex stands tall in the center of the silent simulation room, breathing heavily, the undisputed top cadet. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Alex returned to the Academy floor 2 days later. His body was still sore, but he walked on his own. Word had already spread. Cadets stopped talking when he passed. Some nodded. Some watched with careful eyes. Karn Vex was released from confinement the same day. He emerged thinner, quieter, and angrier. His rank symbols were gone, his authority was dust. The Academy announced a full-scale war exercise, multiple units. Live command structure, failure penalties enforced. Alex was assigned as a unit lead. Some cadets questioned the choice. Others accepted it without comment. The briefing room filled with tension. Maps glowed across the table. Enemy forces outnumbered them. Terrain favored the attackers. Alex studied the layout. "We do not hold ground," he said. "We bleed them." Kate frowned. "How? We make them chase us." "We decide where they get tired." The exercise began at dawn. Enemy units pushed fast and loud. Heavy weapons fired. Ground shook. Alex ordered controlled retreat. His unit fell back in clean lines, never breaking. Enemy forces advanced too far, then Alex turned them. Ambush triggered from high ground. Fire came from angles the enemy had ignored. Traps slowed pursuit. Every step forward cost them more. Hours passed. Enemy momentum died. Karn watched from the command deck. He saw the pattern. Slow pressure, no rush, no fear. The enemy command unit broke. Victory signal sounded. The room erupted in noise. After the exercise, Academy leadership gathered again. Results were clear. Human-led units suffered fewer losses despite lower raw strength. One official spoke. "This changes doctrine." Another replied, "Or breaks it." That evening, Karn cornered Alex near the transport bay. No witnesses, no alarms. "You think you won?" Karn said. Alex looked at him. "I am still standing." Karn's voice dropped. "I will end this." He lunged. Alex reacted at once. The fight was fast and violent. Karn struck with rage, not control. Alex blocked, shifted, and drove Karn back. Karn overreached. Alex used it. He slammed Karn into the deck and pinned him there. "Stop," Alex said. Karn struggled, then froze. His strength failed him. Security arrived seconds later. Karn was removed in silence. Alex stood alone for a moment. His hands shook, then steadied. The next morning, an announcement echoed through the academy. Karnvex expelled for repeated violations. No cheers followed, only quiet understanding. Alex was summoned to command review. He stood before senior instructors. "You forced outcomes without domination," one said. Alex answered simply, "I made sure we lasted longer than them." The instructors exchanged looks. A final update appeared in the system. Human strategic resilience confirmed. The academy did not return to normal after Karn's removal. Training continued, but the tone had shifted. Cadets no longer chased dominance alone. They watched how long others could last under pressure. Alex became a reference point. Instructors used his recordings during briefings, not to praise, but to explain mistakes others made. Strength without patience, speed without control. Alex kept training. He woke early and worked late. His movements stayed simple. His breathing stayed steady. When others asked for advice, he gave short answers and walked away. A final evaluation was announced. One last scenario before graduation. No teams, no clear enemy, unknown duration. Cadets were dropped across a dead city simulation, ruined towers. Broken streets, limited supply. Alex landed alone. The city felt quiet in the wrong way. Sensors flickered. Signals faded. Hours passed. Alex moved carefully. He avoided open ground and stayed near cover. When machines appeared, he withdrew instead of fighting. He learned their patrol routes and waited. Others rushed. Explosions echoed through the city. Signals cut off one by one. Alex kept moving. By the second day, hunger set in. His muscles ached. He slowed his pace and conserved energy. When sleep came, it was light and short. A hostile unit found him at dawn. He led it through narrow streets and collapsed structures. The unit broke apart, chasing him. Alex struck from behind. Quick, close, quiet, the city grew still. On the third day, the evaluation ended. Alex stood in the center of the city as drones descended. He was bruised, dirty, and tired. Still standing, Academy Command reviewed the final results. Alex outlasted all others. Not by kills, by survival. One instructor spoke. "He never sought victory," another replied. "He denied defeat." Alex was called before the council. Senior figures watched him without expression. "You have altered our metrics," one said. Alex answered, "I did what was needed." "You were never the strongest," Alex nodded. I know. You were never the fastest. Alex nodded again. Yet you endured. Yes, silence followed. A final decision was made. Alex Carter would graduate early. Outside the chamber, cadets watched him pass. No applause. No challenge, respect. In the Academy archive, a long-standing belief was removed. Strength determines outcome. It was replaced with a new line. Endurance decides who remains. Graduation day arrived without ceremony, no banners, no crowd. The Academy never celebrated endings. It prepared for what came next. Alex stood in a quiet chamber with a small group of graduates. His uniform was plain. No marks of rank or honor stood out. He looked the same as the day he arrived, only steadier. A senior instructor addressed them. You were not trained to win fights, she said. You were trained to survive war. Her eyes rested on Alex for a moment longer than the others. Assignments appeared on personal displays. Some were sent to fleets, some to border patrols, some to deep space units. Alex's assignment was different, observer and adaptive combat consultant. He accepted without reaction. Before departure, Alex was called to the archive wing. Old records glowed on tall walls, battles lost. Civilizations ended, patterns repeated. An analyst spoke from the shadows. We misjudged your kind, Alex answered simply. It happens. We believe strength decided outcomes. Alex looked at the records. Strength fails when it cannot last. The analyst nodded. As Alex left the academy, new cadets arrived. Among them were humans, more than before. They walked under higher gravity and did not complain. In orientation halls, a warning was added to training briefings. Do not provoke humans without cause. They endure. Far from the academy, Karnvek sat in a holding facility. His strength was gone. His name meant nothing. He watched news of human deployments spread across the system. He remembered the first strike, the humans standing back up. He understood too late. Alex's transport lifted from the moon and vanished into open space. He watched the stars without wonder. Just focus. In command rooms across Allied space, instructors adjusted models. Humans were no longer classed as fragile. They were listed as sustained combat assets. A final note spread through Academy doctrine. When facing humans, expect resistance beyond reason. Alex arrived at his new post weeks later. A frontier world under constant threat. Officers briefed him quickly. The enemy does not retreat, one said. Alex nodded. Then neither will we. He stepped into planning rooms and began working without delay. The academy moved on, training continued, new bullies rose and fell. But one lesson remained. The greatest mistake was not underestimating human strength. It was choosing the wrong target.